joining. We're going to do 3 rounds of 4 movements. The first one is going to be a side plank. We're going to do 15 seconds on each side. So let's find a spot on the ground. And for a side plank, I'm just going to start on my side like this, and I'm on my elbow, and my goal from here is to just pop my hips off the ground. If you find that balance is an issue, you can splay your feet. So normally, I've got them stacked like this. If that's a little too wobbly, just turn them over like that, and you'll be good to go. So I think we will start our first one in 5 seconds. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Looks good. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And let's switch sides. We'll do 15 seconds on the other. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pop those hips up. Looks good. Three, 2, 1. Rest. Okay. Next thing. Ideally, you're going to have a wall. We're going to do 30 seconds of a wall sit. So we're going to get into it. Just stand by if you don't have a wall nearby. That works for this. But if you do, I'm just going to get into like a parallel squat position, like 90 degrees, and hang out there with my back against the wall. That's going to prevent me from falling backward. If you don't have a wall, we can just sit at parallel in a squat. But it looks like you all are hooked up. So we're just going to hang out for 30 seconds. If it gets a little too burny, a little too much lactic acid before 30 seconds, maybe 20 seconds is the number for you. That's all good. Let's go in, how about 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Feels good. This is one of those things where your mind is going to want to give up long before your muscles are actually going to have to give up. But we're almost there. And I think that's 30 seconds, right? Cool. Then we're going to do 10 bootstrappers. So I'm going to come to the bottom of the squat. I'm going to grab my toes, and then I'm just going to straighten my legs out as far as I can. If you've got tight hamstrings like me, you're going to feel a big stretch in your hamstrings as you straighten your legs out. If you are more flexible than me, which doesn't take much, then we're just going to be moving our quads and our hamstrings through a nice range of motion. We're going to do 10 of those. So I'm on 3, and there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, that burned. Looks good. And then movement number 4 is going to be 5 inchworm press-ups. So the inchworm portion, I'm going to bring my hands to the ground, walk my hands out. Then once I'm in this push-up plank position, I'm going to do a push-up. If you don't quite have push-ups to the floor, you can do them from your knees. And then I'm going to come back to that push-up plank position, tiptoe my feet in, keeping my legs straight as long as I can. Let's do 5. I've got 1 down. I'll let you all get 1 down. And here comes number 2. Ooh. And number 3. Number 4. And number 5. All right. Okay, we're gonna do 2 more rounds of those 4 movements. Let's start with side planks. We'll find a spot on the ground. And we're gonna go 15 seconds on each side. Let's start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, first side. Oh, great. Just keep going. I bet we're gonna actually switch in 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Next side. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay. 30 seconds of a wall sit. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Looks good. Already 10 seconds in. Ten more seconds. We got this. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Whew, not so bad. All right, 10 bootstrappers. Coming to the bottom of the squat. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Youch. That is quite the back-to-back combo. Okay, 5 inchworm press-ups. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, walking out, pushing up, walking in. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Woo. 1 more. And there's 5. Okay. 1 more round. Let's start with our planks on the side. Let's start in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. First side. I'm getting warm. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Next side. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Three, 2, 1. Rest. Wall sit. Okay. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. So that clock says 25. We can make that. Ten more seconds. Easy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay. 10 bootstrappers is coming up. Let's start bottom of squat. Here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 5-inch one press-ups. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Walk the hands out. Push up. Walk the feet in. Reset. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. And there's 5. Okay. Today for strength stuff, we're gonna have a couple different options. The main one is pistols, but pistols are a movement that are somewhat advanced. So if you can't quite do pistols, that's very normal. And a pistol is a single leg squat. I'm a little out of pistol practice, so I can't demonstrate one, but I can demonstrate the scaled version, which is going to be sitting back to a target. So let's say I've got a couch or a chair here. What I'm going to do is sit one leg forward, and then I'm going to sit back and just lightly tap my target. If I'm going to do this version, I want to make sure that I'm in control of the movement. Just like if I do a barbell back squat, I want to be in control of that barbell throughout the whole range of motion. I don't want to like relax at the bottom and try to shoot up out of the top. So when I'm doing pistols to a target, I want to make sure that I'm not coming down, relaxing, and then launching myself back up like that. So I'm not generating momentum while I'm on the bench. With the other leg, I'm coming here and back up. So that is our scaling pistol option. Of course, if you can do them without a target, then by all means. And then one little thing about that, let me find it. For pistols, it may seem counterintuitive, but for a lot of people, holding something out in front of you actually makes your pistol better. So what it does is creates a counterbalance, something light. It might seem like it makes it harder, but it lets you get into so I'm holding it out in front of me. I'm not tucking it in like a goblet squat, holding it out in front. It's gonna make a counterbalance so I can sit kind of farther back in my squat, get a fuller range of motion. So that is an option. But if you feel like it makes it tougher, or maybe you only have one weight and it feels like maybe a little too heavy, then body weight is just as good. So that's just something to throw out there. And then last, if the pistol, even scaled to a target, feels like it's not working, the next best thing is going to be a reverse lunge. So I'm going to sit back, bring my knee to the ground behind me, just like that. So it's kind of similar. I'm moving my leg through deep hip flexion. So at the bottom of a pistol, I'm here. At the bottom of a reverse lunge, I'm here. So I know it was a very graceful display of those two movements side to side. But so if that feels a little more your speed, then that's just great. We're going to do 5 sets. Each set is going to be 8 reps on each side. So does everyone know what's up? Everyone feels good? Okay. We're going to do our first set. I'm going to add a little more time to this. We'll just start it in 10 seconds. It's definitely not for time, though. All right, let's go in 2, 1. First set. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. Next side in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. And I always like to throw out there, I'll be counting for all our sets, but I'm aware like a scaled pistol or a lunge can move a bit faster than like a full range of motion pistol. So we might be moving at different paces. So if my counting doesn't match your work, don't worry. We will all rest together. You won't be left in the dust. We're going to go till that clock says 2:30. I'm going to grab some water. About 15 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1. Next set, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next side in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's getting hard. Nice work, everyone. Okay. What's the clock says 5. We've got 3 more seconds. Actually, let's go till 4:45. I'm feeling saucy. "15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next set, here we go. 1, 2, looks good, everyone. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next side, in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. Nice job. One thing to throw out there also, if you're ever thinking about working on pistols outside of class, one other way to scale is to put your hand on something, like the back of a couch, or here, I can hold on to the rig like this, or you can grab a ring. The idea being that I can give myself just enough assistance that I can get in and out of a full range of motion. So that is something to consider as well. If you're ever thinking about busting out some pistols, here's one other option. All my knuckles cracked while I did those, and it felt really good. We'll go again in, how about 20 seconds? At 7 on the clock. 2 more sets. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wow. Nice job. We'll rest about a minute. We'll do our last set.
That's gone from saucy to coffee ice cream.
And one thing to throw out there with any virtual class, like a lot of the way strength works is in ranges. So like doing eight reps versus 10 reps, there's like a very, very small difference between those things. There's a very big difference between like doing 20 reps and doing 5 reps. But small deviations like that are not a huge deal. So if you're ever in a class, like let's say today, you get to like 5 or 6 reps, and it feels like, okay, the last few reps are not gonna happen, then stop. That's all good. You're still doing quality strength work, and the fact that you're getting through most of the reps, and it still feels like quite a challenge, means you're in the right spot. So just something to keep in mind. Nothing magic about 8, maybe 5, 6, 7 is good for you. That's all good. Okay, are we ready for the last set? Let's do it. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next side. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice job. Great work, everyone. Okay. Today's workout it's going to be 5 different things. And this is a workout that's going to be very grip intensive. That's by design. I have a friend I used to work out with during open gym. We're very into grip training, which is like a whole subset of the strength world. But you got to buy a bunch of fancy things for grip training, and we didn't have any, so we made up this workout to train our grip with like regular gym stuff. But I promise it's not just going to train your grip. It's going to train your whole body. So it's going to be 50 Russian swings. This is for 2 rounds. 50 Russian swings, 40 snatches, 30 shoulder to overhead. And I will copy and paste this into the chat as well. 20 sumo deadlift high pulls. And then you'll finish each round with 1 minute of a suitcase carry. And I'll show you, we'll go over all these movements. Let's just real quick. Of course, the page reloads the second I look at it. Okay. Bear with me. We're almost there. There we go. In the chat, if you need a reference, there it is. So, let me grab a dumbbell here. You'll need a weight or an item you can hold on to. First thing's going to be the Russian swing. I'm going to be using a dumbbell. You can absolutely use a kettlebell. I'm going to be grabbing my dumbbell with both hands around the handle. And then I'm going to kind of do a deadlift movement. I'm sending my butt back and my chest is coming down. And I'm going to pull the dumbbell or kettlebell high into my inner thigh, and then I'm going to stand up aggressively. So I'm approaching kind of like a deadlift. So legs are slightly bent, chest comes down, butt comes back, pull that bell into my pocket, and then I stand up aggressively, and the weight's going to come up to about my sight line. So just Russian swings, just up to the sideline. Don't have to go any further. If you want to try a couple of those, let's do that. If you haven't already. You can also, if you're using a dumbbell, you can grab it by one end. If that's more comfortable for you. Like this, as long as you can hold on to it. But with those, just make sure you're really standing up aggressively, locking your knees out, squeezing your butt. You want the bell to essentially feel weightless until it gets to about here, and it's time to bring it back down. Okay, after 50 of the swings, we're gonna do 40 snatches. So I'm bringing the bell from the ground to overhead. If you're using a kettlebell, kettlebell is kind of unwieldy to bring to the ground every time. So if you're using a kettlebell and you want to come to the pocket each time, that's just fine. The dumbbell is a little bit easier to bring to the ground. So I'm starting here, making sure I bend my knees a little bit. Similar setup to the swing, but this time I'm going to extend and pop it overhead. Subsequent reps can come down to the ground, just like that. If you're doing a kettlebell, again, you can come to the pocket, like that. Let's try a few on each side. Looks great. And when it says all these numbers, if they are unilateral movement, like the snatch, split it up however you want. If you want to do 20 on one side, 20 on the other, or maybe go 10, 10, 10, 10, totally up to you. Next thing, shoulder to overhead. So I'm going to start with my weight at my shoulder, and shoulder to overhead means you can bring it overhead however you like. Like I could press it, but I'm gonna get tired just pressing it strict. So I'm gonna do either a push press or a push jerk. Push press, I'm gonna dip and then drive the weight overhead. Push jerk, I'm gonna dip, drive, and then as the weight moves up, I'm gonna rebend my knees again. So there's kind of two versions. Both are pretty good way to get through here and conserve a little bit of energy. So you're thinking either down, up for the push press or down, up, down for the jerk. So if you're kind of new to this, maybe the push press is a really good intro to really focus on that strong drive upward. If you haven't tried a few reps, let's try a few on either side. Awesome. Cool. All right. After 30 shoulder to overhead, we've got the sumo deadlift high pull. So this one is going to be like a deadlift where we're zipping up a hoodie with two hands. So I think you might zip up a hoodie like this. I don't know why you would though. I feel like this feels a little more natural. So my elbows are coming up and I'm bringing my weight to just below my chin. So for a dumbbell, I'm going to start by grabbing it on the end. Kettlebell, you've got a handle. But from here, I've got a wide stance and my toes are pointing a little bit out. And I'm going to squat down to it, pop up, extend, and then pull to just under my chin. You could also start below the knee like that. Let's try a few of those. Again, you want coming from your hips, standing up aggressively, popping that weight up, and making sure your elbows are high. Looks great. There's gonna be 20 of these. And then the last thing on each round is gonna be 1 minute of a suitcase carry. So a suitcase carry is just holding the weight down at your side. And then ideally you're gonna be walking. I know my suitcase carry might just look like this, walking around in a small circle. You could do that too. If you don't have any space, a suitcase hold, just stationary will work. But wherever you get to it, look at the clock. You've got a minute. At 30 seconds, just switch sides. So it's not a minute per side, it's just a minute total. And you're just thinking about walking around, making sure you're staying upright. Try to not overcompensate like that. So quick recap, 2 rounds. I think we're gonna do probably a 16-minute time cap on this. 50 Russian swings, 40 snatches, 30 shoulder to overhead, 20 sumo deadlift high pull, 1 minute suitcase carry, and then just repeat that 1 time. Make sense? Okay. I think we'll do the darn thing. I'll put 16 minutes on the clock. If everyone's ready, we'll get started. Starts with the Russian swings. Like I said, for the snatches and the shoulder to overhead, split those up between sides however you need. Take a break whenever you want. Let's start in 10 seconds with our Russian swings. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Looks good. Nice job, everyone. Okay. Whew. Nice work. My forearms are feeling big. Forty snatches. Woo! All right. job. Whew. Good stuff. Whew. Yeah, buddies. There we go. All right. Nice work. Woo! Okay. Nice job, buddies. Chipping away. We're getting there. There we go. Woo! Feeling the grip part. Oh boy. Nice job, everyone. We got 5 minutes to finish. Plenty of time. Ah. There we go. Nice job. 3 more minutes. All right. Nice job, buddies. 90 seconds. Yeah, Todd. Here we go. Yeah, 30 seconds. Here you go. 10 more seconds. A few more reps. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Nice job. Great work, everyone. You may feel the grip. I'll give you 2 options for mobility today. First one is standing straddle. That's more related to all the pistols and swings we did. So for that, I've got a big wide stance, and I'm just slinking over to the ground, letting myself hang, breathing the whole time. And then once you're there, feel free to kind of explore that spot. You could kind of walk your hands over to one side, walk your hands over to the other, kind of just moving around. Second option would be some forearm stretches on the ground. Looks like we're all going to do the standing straddle, which is great. It feels real good. And just hang out however long feels right. Nice shot, Todd.
Yeah, I had to finish it out.
It's all good. If you want some forearm stretches, they start on the ground. First, I've got my hands flat, and I'm inching forward and then inching back, being very gentle, controlling how much tension I'm putting into my wrists. You can also rock side to side for a little bit. After that, turning the hands, you're gonna pull a big stretch into your finger flexors. And then the last one is, you gotta be real nice to yourself on this one. Tops of your hands down. I'm definitely not putting all of my weight in there. And then I'm just rocking lightly back and forth. So if your forearms are blowing up, just like mine, hit that up. Otherwise, that's all I got for you. Great job today, everyone.